Hello traders, am I audible to you? Just let me know if my voice is clear. Are you able to hear me clearly? Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Just let me know if everything is clear. Hopefully there's no buffer in the portrait live stream, landscape live stream as well. Yes, okay. Now I'm just looking at the market on, let's say, 1 hour time frame chart. In 1 hour time frame, what has happened is market has created a double top here, right? One second. Market has created a double top here, and then from the zone market has been correcting. Similarly, there has been a nice push in the market from this lower zone. If these buyers are strong at some point of time, they might try to push the market towards the upside. That is why I marked this zone. Okay, the zone what you see here, this is the zone where I expect the buyers to re-enter. This one, let the US market date open and let it show any good movement, then we will decide on that. So on a 5 minutes time frame, if I switch, what you will see is this trend line, resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, and market at this point of time is near the support. At some point of time it might give a breakdown, so breakdown might attract some buyers in the market, sorry, put bearish traders in the market. From this zone we can expect some kind of reversal. This I'm saying before looking at the US market, all those datas. Okay, so in case market doesn't sustain this zone, then we will be looking at sell on rise situation. So this is the view which I'm having right now. And one more thing also, what you can notice is, let's say I draw a trend line here. Okay, let's say take it this way. Let me switch to 3 minutes. So here also what you will notice is continuously market is correcting. Okay, this range to this range, the range is very big, and as the market keeps moving lower, the range is becoming small. So here liquidity has been created. To grab the liquidity, market can move towards the upside. So these logics I have thought about right now to place my order, but let the market come to the zone. Here any buying pressure means will be looking at bullish side. Let's just confirm if the view is clear for you guys. US market, Dow Jones is flat, S&P 500, Nasdaq still we need to get the data. So nothing interesting at this point of time at this zone. Here market is correcting, let it correct. If there is any upside move opportunity, first with less quantity I will try, later if I want I will add some more quantity. Market was kind of bullish here, right? In the previous zone it was kind of bullish. Slowly it is corrected, and from here any bullish opportunity if I get, we will focus on that. I'll just conduct a poll here. Please participate, and then please tell me what is your view. Since I'm planning to, enter the trade with the main reason I'm entering with small quantity is because from morning market is bearish. I'm planning to go opposite to the trend, means little quantity if we reduce, that would be a bit helpful for us. Now as of now, from the previous swing, right, this is kind of 50% correction. So we'll see how market reacts at this zone. Nasdaq, S&P 500, nothing as of now. S&P 500 is indicating that it's going to open with a slight gap down. Nasdaq as well. Dow Jones, forget about Dow Jones. Dow Jones is fine. Nasdaq, S&P 500. So this is a kind of next supporting area. In case market gives a breakdown here at this zone, people will be interested in bearish trade. So to trap them, we can expect a reversal. Okay. So we will see if there is any interesting setup. We will plan our entry. ACQ Muthu sir, good evening. Vinod sir, good evening. Karthik, Sendil sir, Vishnu, Vijay sir, everyone, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Dollar Town, Karthikeyan, Dissolve Live. Karthikeyan, yeah. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Plan as of now is kind of looking for bullish opportunities in the market. Slightly market has opened with gap down. Okay, US market. So sentiment will be kind of bearish there. If we have to plan a bit opposite to the market sentiment, then we have to see in case there is anything interesting for us here. Dow Jones is not able to break the recent higher level. S&P 500 is showing some slight bearishness. That's why this market also is correcting. If it corrects, it can go up to the next zone is up to here, 400, 500 points, which is not less. We'll see, traders. Some logical update from the global market, if I get saying that there is potential of up move, I'll be looking for that itself. That's the first priority. Around 50% is saying market will move towards the upside. Okay. You can see this is the trend line support 1, support 2. This is support 3. US market has opened with gap down, slightly bearish. So because of which it might affect this setup also. So this zone I'm considering as the next supporting area. I marked this level here for you guys. So from this zone, any reversal opportunity, anything which is tempting for me to look for opportunity. 1,04,250, 300 zone. That's where I'm planning for. A strong bearish candle here, then placing stop loss here. Buying on that dip would be helpful is what I feel. Global market. After the gap down, S&P 500 is just holding on in the same range. It's kind of okay. Dow Jones has given a slight breakdown below the day's low, but it has opened somewhere near yesterday's opening level itself. So that should not be a problem. People are kind of bearish about the market looking at the US market opening. Looking at this opening, people are kind of bearish. But if market already yesterday it has rallied so much, that is coming close to 50% correction, then any reversal opportunity is possible. Another 300 points lower. Well, recently this is where market moved up, right? So from this zone, if I see how much percentage market has come broken 50%, next we have 618 level. Here how market reacts becomes important for us. Sometimes market goes to 786 level also, but I think market would kind of trap some call option bearish traders here. So exactly at this level, first I'll make one attempt here. Okay, little lower I'll place the stop loss. You guys can wait for a bit until I give that update. See, first of all, this is trend line support 1, support 2, support 3. Market, it formed a bearishness here, and now it's holding on to this level. There's not fourth or fifth time for the support for market to not respect. So one attempt I can do for that, how much ever possible stop loss if I reduce, it would be great. But one problem what I am having here is, from here only if it reverses, good. But if it comes down from this zone, if it reverses, more stop loss I have to give. So that is why what I have done, I have reduced my risk as much as possible here in this trade, so that next time, if by chance if market comes lower, that time if I want to enter, I can re-enter the market. Okay, so who's considering yourself as a safe trader, you don't want to plan for any entry as of now, you can wait until market comes down to support and then reverse, or else here with small quantity placing stop loss below this low, you can try. I've already entered now. If you come to the live stream on landscape mode, you will get to know I have already entered. S&P 500 is showing a slight upside pull. It's okay. I don't know, Nasdaq data I'm not even getting here. If the small stop loss market takes, again I will think about re-entering at the lower level. Okay, so who wants to wait for the lower level, you can wait for that. Thing is, if I don't take entry, if the opportunity is gone, I will miss it. So since in this case what I have done, I've reduced the risk. Instead of $100, $150, $30-$40 risk is fine for this trade. And then from here, if it at least move up to give a moment of close to 500 points also, it's a decent pullback. How many of you have entered this trade along with me? Let me know. S&P 500. Market is a bit strong here. It's taken the stop loss. I'm fine with that. This was the first attempt. One more attempt from the lower end I have to try. So let market go to the lower end, this zone, then I will try. In the past, this move and all, definitely big players only would have entered. So this moment big players would have entered. Here consolidation, here also big players only have entered. So confidence is there on these buyers, and within the zone they will enter and push the market towards the upside. So one more opportunity, when I get there, I will try to look into that. So Jai Kumar sir, good evening. Srinivas sir, good evening. Mahesh sir, good evening sir. kind of falling wedge itself, what you can see here, and this is forming this kind of a bullish pattern. So in case wrong side breakdown, market gives and then reversal, this entire zone you please market give 1,04,500 to 1,03,890. So this entire zone is buying pressure zone. Idea is to go from this zone towards the upside, where stop loss can be small, target can be big. First attempt here, little tricky. From here only, again, if it bounces back, it's a headache. Whatever I'm looking at right now, it is saying market has potential of moving towards the upside. Safely where to enter. This global market, if it gives any kind of signal, at least I will be kind of okay to look into it. No proper signal here. BTC already coming to buying pressure zone. So planning for any bearish trade there doesn't make sense for me. Dow Jones. Okay, let it come lower. This is the zone. At this zone, we'll be looking for opportunity. So global market 0.4%, 0.3% is not that much of a correction. We'll see traders, let the market come to the lower end. Here any interesting entry if I get, I will try that. S&P 500 slide, it's just in a trading range, no big movement there. BTC has come to the buyer's pressure zone. From here only, if market will reverse or little lower, it will come and reverse. That's a tricky thing. So what I will do is I will wait for little more while, maybe another 2-3 candles. One last strong bearish candle here, that would be a bit helpful if that comes. The entire market is slowly moving, US market is slowly moving towards the downside. BTC also is reacting according to that. Nasdaq is kind of trying to hold on to its level. So S&P 500 breakdown, Dow Jones recent swing breakdown. The zone is what I'm looking at. I'll wait for the zone traders. On the comment section, let me know how did your Indian market trading went today. Very big fall we could see, right? What kind of trades did you guys take today in Indian market? What kind of opportunities you got? Let me know in the comment section. Let the market come to the zone, then I'll look for upside move. Good evening, sir. Why not landscape on full screen mode? Full screen mode live is already running, sir. If you want, you can join that. I will share the link here. Okay. So you can look into that if you wish to. BTC as of now, this is entire thing is buying territory. From here it will bounce, or giving a breakdown here it will bounce. That is a tricky situation. Along with me, some people also will be entering. That's why I want to be a bit cautious about the situation. From here means around 500 points risk. Nasdaq. That has it me. Yes, I think profit booking day. Okay. Today it was profit booking day. Or people from the upper level. For me, two opportunities. One was this setup, another one was this setup. Here, even though it went to stop loss, since Bank Nifty was near this seller's pressure zone, I held on to the trade and this gave a movement. After this additional movement, what market did, I was not there in the market to look into that. Usually setup and all I can do it on the system, but entry, exit and all we have to take it on the, we can, phone we can take. I prefer to look at the market everything on system, right? Once the setup is done, stop loss, target, everything is planned, then maybe I will switch to phone. Or else for me, new setup and all on phone, it is very difficult to look into it. Let's wait, traders. Let's wait. If this is the area from where market is going to be trending, it will be very helpful for us to keep trailing the stop loss and going. So once we get the setup to cost, things will be kind of okay. In this zone, it is 50-50. From here, it can bounce or it can come to this zone and then bounce. Until this range is holding anywhere, buying pressure can start. So I will not be taking any bearish trade in the market at the current area. Do you see? Showing some strong strength here. We'll see another one or two candles how the market performs. Little more lower if I get, that's little more safe for me. Where is the recent swing? Market is holding on below 236 level. As much as it is tempting for me to take entry here, because this is a buying pressure zone, little bit safe I'm thinking of being. That's it, nothing else. Dow Jones, S&P, everything is showing slight pullback. So hopefully maybe I can place one more order here. Okay, my entry, stop loss, since I'm entering here, little more bigger stop loss I have to give. So what I have to do about that? Market is forming a falling wedge. Falling wedge is a bullish pattern. So here, this setup is at least up to the zone. I've taken the entry. Okay. What we will do is we will take a safe bet. Okay. From here, if market reverses, it will be a bit unnecessary thing for us, because this entire zone market can come down and then reverse, like I said earlier. So what we will do is we will place the target, stop loss and things like that, and hold on to this existing trade. The next upper level is this area, the trend line. Later resistance area is this. So for some people this can be target 1 and this can be target 2. So like that you can consider. S&P 500, one strong candle, again bearishness. Nasdaq is kind of holding. Dow Jones, one strong candle, again bearishness. But green candle is strong. So from here, after trapping, if market decides to move up, that is kind of good for us. One or two candles, if we get strong movement, it will be helpful. Traders, how is your place in Bangalore? Heavy rain, heavy traffic, wherever we go, complete headache. How are things at your place? Is it okay? So here risk is $50, $57. Reward is 170. Risk reward is sitting nicely as per this. How US market decides, what US market decides to do today matters. At least if they decide to take it to cost level and previous day closing level, and then they push the market towards the downside, that would be very good for us. Hopefully buying pressure zone, market breakdown, setup. As much as I want to enter here only it is showing some bullishness. Global market also is moving, so risk setup, once we take, we'll just manage the risk reward and go. That's it. Let's say you're considering yourself as a safe trader, you don't want to enter here because market is bearish, then you wait until this zone. Here when opportunity comes, you can try, because this is the final buying pressure zone. In between only I have entered, because I don't want to miss out on the opportunity. Dow Jones, S&P 500. After opening with gap down, the entire US market is kind of sideways itself. That minus 3.5% or minus 4.2% in S&P 500 and Nasdaq, that already came during the gap down level, right? So anyone who was very strongly thinking of holding on to the bullish trade because of the entire move what happened yesterday, during that gap down, those people would have got into trap. So hopefully the market now, it is just for in indecision range. At least if it goes to cover up until the previous day closing level, That would be fine for us. How many people entered this trade along with me? Let me know. Heavy rain in Chennai. Okay. Can we drag SL and target in chart itself in? See here also you can, once you place the stop loss and target, you can drag it however you want. Here some pressure is there. Here this line, what you see here, I don't, yeah, here you can hold it on and you can change it however you want. Okay, this is the stop loss level. In future, let market go below this zone. That time I'll be considering sell on rise, sell on rise. But now though, I think it will sustain. How many people have entered this trade along with me? Let me know. If you consider yourself as a safe trader, wait for the downside move and then look for opportunity. Okay. For me, it made sense to enter here. I don't want to miss out on the opportunity, so I have entered. Heavy rain in Chennai. I asked in Grow App. I've not used Grow App, so I have no idea about that. Grow App, usually we prefer to hold it for investment perspective itself. So that too long term. Nowadays the market is not in our favor. No, it is kind of in our favor. So certain situation where I say, okay, market, this area can be a selling pressure zone, so we can plan our exit here. Safe traders exit means when they exit, they can book that profit and go. When people don't listen to that, then only there is an issue. Now in the setup, I'm saying, right, I'm taking entry here, but market, this is the zone where next potential is there, but I don't want to miss out on the opportunity because we cannot time the market. So here, if I'm entering from here, if trend is continuing, say people whom I say safe traders wait, they will feel disappointed saying that, okay, here only he entered, he told us not to enter, wait, we did not enter, but market moved. So like that, depending on what you have to take it as individual person's perspective. Are you a safe trader or not? Come to that conclusion first. Safe trader means, let's say you have certain risk. Okay, is this stop loss more than entering here, is it more than your capacity? 400 points. If that means, are you able to reduce your quantity? So like that, two or three stop losses as a buffer you have to give, means for that how much capital you have to keep also you have to decide. So that is something that we need to factor in. And like you said, of course success rate might not be more in recent time, but risk reward ratio every time is high. So if you just follow that, it's kind of okay. It is not about how many let's say 10 trades you take, 7 to 8 trades you have to be profitable. It is not at all like that. Even if 4 or 5 trades you are profitable and that is giving you that maximum return, you are holding on to the trade for longer duration, that will give you the result that you need. So in this case we will see. breakdown correction here, up to 70%. Now if it breaks this level, it definitely it's a problem. So up to this zone, as long as it is there, it is kind of fine for me. I'll just hold on to this trade. Next time, please post Ethereum and Solana video. Okay. It's retracing to fair value gap, I think. Fair value gap. S&P 500 is still holding on. Dow Jones is holding on. Nasdaq is holding on. Nasdaq, yes, one red candle was formed. After this, now we have to see. See, the risk for this trade is how much? Close to 400 points, which is kind of common in a trending market condition. So in this case, if I'm entering here, if I keep the stop loss, let's say here, 600, 800 points is too much. That's not required. So from this zone, logic and all is as per our favor. First, what is the first logic? Market was in uptrend. After that, it has made nice movement, lower high, lower low. It has attracted people. At breakdown, people are getting attracted. US market opened with gap down. It has tempted people to take bearish trade, and BTC has given a breakdown here. All of these things are considered, right? All of these things are considered. So everybody in the market is kind of bearish, that we can say. So if we go along with people, maybe small profits we can make, things like that. But most of the time what works for me is going opposite to what many people are doing. Okay, so when we go according to that, there will be a small risk and sort of things we have to take. Only then you will be getting bigger rewards. If that is something that you're not ready for, then you have to reduce the quantity. You just trade with one lot, so that you're just getting used to the market sentiment. You are getting experience in the market, staying in the trade, and there is no pressure for you in terms of you making loss also. If you just take one quantity, how much loss you will make? But staying in the market is important. For that, what you will do matters. And this area is buying pressure zone. All of these things I have discussed. So an opportunity is visible without thinking too much. We need to enter. Wherever stop loss is there, we have to give it. Only that thing is there under our control. In this case also, market is moved up. Again, if it comes here, takes the stop loss, done. I'll close and I'll think about the next opportunity. When I think about the next opportunity, I should not be thinking about whatever profit or loss that we have made in this particular trade. Have I reached today's trading budget? Let's say today's trading budget for me is 10,000 rupees. Okay. In this trade, let's say I lost 6,000 rupees. Another 4,000 rupees is there. So for that 4,000 rupees, instead of taking 200 quantity, let's say I will take 100 quantity. Reasonable stop loss I will place, take entry. If that also, this one budget for the day is closed, I will go for the next day. So everyday budget is 10,000, means close to 3 lakh rupees will be my total budget for the month, for 30 days if I'm trading, right? I'm ready to take that risk. If you're not ready to take that 3 lakh, are you ready to take 30,000? Then reduce your quantity, reduce your this one according to that. Many people can do the learning even with how much? One quantity. 30 days, let's say you're not worried about making profit, making loss. You just want to learn. I'll give you one situation. Just take one quantity. Okay, one lot. Stick to the profit entry, target and stop loss correctly. Follow this for 30 days. Okay, just with one quantity, because whatever you're losing here is nothing. Brokerage is nothing. In that, let's say every day you're losing $1. In a month, you will lose how much? $30. Okay, $30 is how much? 2,500 to 3,000 rupees overall. If you're not ready to lose 3,000 rupees also in the market, that too I'm saying all the 30 days, if your view is wrong, that is something you need to look into, traders. Entered now, sir. Okay. How many days the market is? That it can please do a live on gold as well. I will not do live trading. If you want, I will share the view. Okay, that is what I can do from my end, because there is no legal platform for me to trade. XNS and all, whatever you guys say, that's not FIO registered. I will not put my money there. Okay, I don't know how good that is, how bad. I'm not commenting on that. Who is under FIO registration, only under them I will try. In Delta Exchange, they are FIO registered, but trading in gold, forex, all those things is illegal in India. So that is something which I will not do. If you want me to open a trading view, share the view about those setup based on price action, stop loss hunting, that I can do for you guys. You tell me if that is okay. Ramesh sir, hello, welcome to the live stream. As of now, market is just at cost to cost. It's just holding on too much. If it holds, that is the main problem, traders. Too much, it should not hold. Too much, if it holds, then see why I'm saying too much, it should not hold is market will be in a downtrend. Okay, you can go as per the downtrend. Downtrend, there is a price action setup where it has to give a breakout. Okay, that breakout setup is what I'm following right now. If market wants to hunt these people stop loss quickly, the movement has to happen, but it is holding on to this range for quite some time. I'm not sure why. In case market is holding on to this range for longer duration, what will happen is liquidity on top also will be created. Considering this as support or lower high, higher low, higher high, people will enter here also placing stop loss at this zone. So liquidity is there on top, liquidity is there at the bottom. Market will make sudden spike, later reverse, or make a sudden spike towards the upside. Since it has liquidity at the bottom also, without reaching this target, it will come off quickly here from this zone. So like that situation I can come across. Now that it is kind of moving and all, still that pressure is already there in my head, because market is holding on to the range for longer duration. We will see what the market does. S&P 500 nothing, Nasdaq is kind of bearish. Still I'll be considering this as sideways only, little above cost to cost market is moving, that's it. We'll see, traders, what the market will do. Should not hold on to this zone a lot. That always becomes a headache. After looking at the market move so far, what do you think? Will it? Now I have made quite much profit taking single lots and improving. I have over 90% rate. Thank you so much, sir. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. A loss of money in the past among $4,500. I had to struggle to get only $10 and restart. Everybody has a turning point. Initial time, by chance, many people will take off more quantity. That's why I've already made a basic video explaining how much leverage you have to take, all those things. So what is this market traders? Everything is kind of holding on within a range itself. See, I'll stick to this. Hamza, what the point of view what you are having is good, right? Sticking to one trade per day, two trades per day maximum. Like that, when you do, you can develop your psychology. That is when you can stick to the target and stop loss levels. Improving that is very important. If you are able to do that with one lot, eventually you give it 3 months for one lot. Again, with two lots, you can do the same. That psychology will follow. So it's good that you're following that. Many people, let's say you're taking one BTC. See, traders here, pressure is there. Okay, pressure is there here. So what I'm thinking is, let me close this. It's not looking good. We are at cost to cost. Somewhat little. Who wants to close? You close it here. So somewhat not in good pace. This range, if it comes out, maybe again you can plan entry. But this candle and all is creating some kind of unnecessary pressure for us. I'm telling, if you're considering yourself as a safe trader, now itself we are at cost to cost. You want to exit. I'll just leave it as it is, because after this trade I have budget for another, let's say 5,000, 6,000 rupees for the next trade. This is not good. What the mark? Let me look at S&P. S&P 500 is range bound. It is just holding on. Dow Jones, forget about Dow Jones. Nasdaq also holding on. Safe, if you are considering yourself a safe trader, you want to exit means you exit. I am holding on. I'm going to stick to my stop loss and target. Okay. Only confidence what is giving is this Nasdaq and S&P 500. It is trying to hold on and it is getting ready to give a breakout. If that is the case, this also, if it goes to here, you can see, right, it is minus 0.5, -3. This, if it becomes 0 itself, by then this movement would be trending. At least first target market would have reached. That is what I'm expecting. This Nasdaq and S&P 500 is kind of getting ready for that movement. So that happens. Like I already said, if you're considering yourself a safe trader, you exit. I'm not exiting. Okay. This is the buying zone. Let it come. If it comes out of this buying zone, this is the upper target what I'm looking for. In between, along with me, if you are holding, this area will be your target one. Okay. Next target will be this area. I'm planning to exit here. Once market reaches the target one, I'll get my stop loss little at somewhere at this zone. Here market might correct. Either it will hit my stop loss or it will give me my ultimate target. In that way, I will be thinking and holding on to the trade. What is my next plan? Everything already now for you guys I've explained. Now it is up to you to decide if you want to hold on to the trade or not. S&P 500, Nasdaq, both are ready to give a breakout. Hopefully traders, this is target 1. Okay, I'll write it down. You some time back someone told, right? uh Sir, our market is not going as per the favor. Now it has gone as per the favor. I'm saying safe traders, if you want, eventually this level, I think it will break, and this trend line is important. So at this trend line you want to exit, you exit. In my case, I'm not exiting. I can give you suggestions as to where you want to exit, you can exit, okay? But my trade, where I will exit, I only have to decide. How much loss I am ready to give, I only have to decide. Correct? So in that case, this breakout might happen. Market will come to this zone. When it touches this trend line, you want to book, you book, close. Okay? Maybe later point of time you want to enter, you can enter. Along with me, you want to hold, you have to hold up to this zone. Let market come up to this area, then if you want, you can trail. So plan I have given, rest of the things is left to you. S&P 500. So showing some bullishness, again a bit of VIX it is forming. I think it will hold on. Volume is increasing nicely here. You can see that. Guys, market is coming, has come to the first profit booking zone. Who wants to book, you can book. Entirely up to you. This is the profit booking zone. Okay, for the first safe traders. So much, 500, close to 500 points move. Safe trader, this is the profit booking zone. I will not repeat again. My target is here. Market now is at target 1 traders. Okay, let me know in the comment section what is the current status of your trade. Have you booked the profit? S&P 500 again forming VIX at the upper level. Hopefully it gives a breakout. It goes to 5,950 zone. S&P 500. Nasdaq again correction. Those who are holding along with me, at least what you can do, get your stop loss here. Okay, if you want, you can get your stop loss here. So whatever happens, you will end up in profit in this particular trade. There's no point in me keeping my stop loss at this zone. I've got it to cost to cost. What this Nasdaq has decided to do only is confusing. S&P 500 is a bit clear. I expect it to go 5,960 zone. Existing traders trail the stop loss here. There's so much correction, kind of, let's say It is exactly at 618 level correction. So here, if it corrects, one more bigger correction can come. So what we can do is close to 90 $1 profit I can see in this particular trade. What we will do, we'll scroll down, and here you can click on exit 50%. Okay, 50% of the quantity if you want to exit, where we will book around $44-45. So you can consider that as confirm. Okay, if you want, you can do that right away, or book 75 quantity also. It's up to you. You can choose how much quantity you want to exit here. I'm thinking of leaving it only $6 is my risk. This is a very strong pressure zone. One is this trend line, another one is 618 level. So if you exit here, if market holds on, gives a breakout, then with small stop loss again you can re-enter. That is what I'm trying to tell you. S&P 500. How many people exited? Let me know. Okay, Srinivas sir, good, you exited. Close 50% position, trailed stop loss. Okay. Now what I will do is I will again 50% I will just close. Okay, because this is an important pressure zone. Let's not take too much risk here going forward. So in this case, maximum risk is $3. Profit means $80, $86. I booked a small profit. Okay, sir. Srinivas sir, okay, good, exited. Others also let me know what you did, right? I closed half the quantity. The US market, what was about to give breakout again, it showed some consolidation. S&P 500. So it's getting itself prepared for a bigger move. It's in sideways range. So let the market decide. Dow Jones, so understanding Dow Jones today has become a difficult thing. Now, can we enter a bearish trade here? Market has moved up to this zone now. There's nothing wrong in entering a bearish trade here. If the movement happens, it might happen. Well, okay. Always what you have to see is how much is the risk that you will be taking. So here, close to 200 points risk you will take. In return, you might get close to 500 points. So risk reward here is favorable. If you are interested, you can go. But since I have already taken a trade, I'm holding on to the trade. That's on a positive side. I will consider that, okay, if pullback is coming, if this is the target, from here, any upside move, will it come? Shall I wait for that? Like that mindset I will be having since I have already taken a bullish trade. Entire global market is kind of sideways, annoying traders. See, again, I'm saying who wants to book your profit here, you book here. Later, consolidation, breakout, anything as such, if you get, we will think about re-entering. Because from buying pressure zone only, market has come. So if this is a pullback and then you get a breakout, we can look for trend continuation. Okay. US market is not giving us any proper, update as to, okay, will I be for sure coming towards the downside or for sure I'll go towards the upside. Some time back when I saw it was giving confirmation, quickly the market reversed. Nasdaq again, it is showing some buyer's pressure. So that is something that we can wait for. If S&P 500 S&P 500 is not giving the confidence. S&P 500 has to break the day's high. This is my revised stop loss, okay? Ramesh sir exited. Gudupati Chandrasekhar, I exited. Okay. Okay. Who has that mindset of exiting, right? As soon as the level comes when you exit, this additional little what you missed out, that also you would be able to capture. Only if you have the mindset of holding on with me up to the target, then it is okay that you trail your stop loss and get it this one. Now, since this has become a risk-free trade where $3 is the risk, reward is $80, I feel it is okay, worthy enough for me to wait. Okay. So let's say in this case, if market corrects, now it is holding on at 382 level, which is in case the market is bullish, usually from 382 level only it will bounce back. If that is the case, it will be very favorable for me. But in case it comes off to the lower zone, then it becomes 50-50 chance for me to look for opportunity. Since I have to lose only $3, profit is $86, it is worthy enough wait for me. Okay. So with that logic, calculatively, we have thought about holding on to the at least half quantity. I hope you have got clarity why I'm holding on to this trade. There's nothing to lose. Somewhere one positive breakout if I get in Nasdaq, it will be really helpful. It is just holding on, being range bound. S&P 500 also same thing. Any news or anything is there, we will see. Uh, Fed daily speech, balance of trade. London, I don't see anything important at this point of time in terms of news. Crude oil stock change, that is more into Reliance Industry, Forex, and things like that. Nothing important I can see as of now in terms of news, I'm saying. Nasdaq 19,140, sorry, 114 range, 19,100 range, it is there. So in case I'm looking at this one, if it goes at least up to yesterday's closing 19,200 zone, that will be very, from that time I'm saying the same thing, but it's giving the move, then holding both S&P 500, Nasdaq is just making momentum like this. What to decide? As of now, we will see how market reacts at this zone. Okay, if it bounces back from the zone, good, or else the remaining quantity we will book the anyways $3 is the risk, we'll book that and exit. See, upside move, pullback, upside move, pullback. As of now, it is kind of healthy pullback. But if it comes off up to this zone, then the effort what is required is more to push the market towards the upside. So that time here it will be very tricky for us. At this zone, if it is reversing, that is a kind of safe area for buyers also to reactivate and push. So should I be taking a bullish trade here? No. Fresh entry we should not be taking as long as there is a strong bullish candle. Below that we can place the stop loss and next we can look for opportunity. At this point of time, decision is not yet made. Only about the range I can speak. One more pullback. S&P 500 is kind of showing. Dow Jones is holding, Nasdaq is holding on. Dow Jones is waste of time. Okay, we will see. In case this trailing stop loss hits, we will close for the day. So what is the value with K? And it keeps on changing frequently near. What is the value of K? This one is volume. In this particular session, here I've chosen 3 minutes. This one is, what is the volume? It is 27,000 contracts, 1000 contracts kind of is the volume of this current area. When trade is happening, contracts will be exchanged, right, between the buyers and sellers. So one buy, one sell together is equal to one contract. So like that here at this point of time, how many contracts are getting exchanged? That is what you will get to know. Final pressure zone. In case market goes below this zone, then looking for bearishness makes sense, not at this point of time. Okay. This area is called buyer zone. Three minutes. You can see that there is some kind of pressure in the market at this particular zone, right? But selling has been strong in this area. So directly we cannot enter buying. Any strong confirmation candle below this we can place stop loss and look for buying opportunity. Okay. Hopefully this buyer zone, if market sustains, good. So I'll give that stop loss and exit. You can see buyers are kind of active here, right? So anyone is interested placing a small stop loss here, you can be looking for buying trade. So stop loss here is small, target is big. Okay. This time again, we will not consider this as the target. We have to consider this as the target. Let me see global market. Almost near breakout level, not yet given a breakout. One solid breakout means it will be very helpful. This is definitely showing pressure at buying pressure zone. US market is just holding on to the upper level. If it gives a solid breakout, this also will little momentum can continue. S&P 500 has given a breakout, that is good for us. So hopefully it sustains another 590. So if it 5,950 it is currently trading at, if it goes to 5,970, that is done. So that will support our trade. What is Nasdaq also is getting ready. If you sit with me in the live sessions, things like this discussing will be a bit easy for me. You can use the same concepts in Indian market also, right? So it's here I had said at this during this candle, anyone wants to enter with small stop loss, you can enter. If you have entered, good. Hold on to the trade. Even I'll hold on. When I exit, I will let you know. This should not convert to false breakout. S&P 500 breakout is come. Show some continuous. Our job here is done. We have placed the stop loss near the buying zone. Fresh entry, whoever wants, they have taken here. Target is this. We'll just leave it to the market to decide. Nothing fresh here I can see to discuss. S&P 500 has given a breakout. Nasdaq has to give. Hopefully it gives the breakout and market sentiment kind of turns positive and it reaches 1,05,200. That's all we can hope for right now. Mm, 970 zone. If S&P 500 goes to 970, Nasdaq has to go to 19,250. Even if it does not go up to that zone, at least if it goes to 160, 170, that would be fine. Looking at this US market, I feel like laughing itself. Focus on Nasdaq as of now. So this kind of has anyone taken the second trade or not? Whatever it is, let me know. Bhaskar sir, hello, welcome to the live stream. Hi bro, which trading platform name, broker name? I'm using Delta Exchange. Is there any course you offer where you provide all your knowledge and experience and can help me become a confident trader like? Sir, I mainly trade in based on price action stop loss hunting concept. Okay, the concept what I have discussed here, I've discussed those concept in my course. Okay, complete price action and stop loss hunting course. So if you are interested, you can enroll to that. You can download our app. Those who want to look at the existing trade on landscape mode, where you can see my entry, exit, all those details, I'll put the link here. Please come and check it out there. Okay. S&P 500 at least has shown some recovery. Dow Jones has shown some recovery. This Nasdaq though, usually I don't give too much importance to Dow Jones because that's not a proper understanding of the market sentiment. We have to look at S&P 500 and Nasdaq. So those two, in that only S&P 500 has given a positive sign. It has broken the day's high, but Nasdaq has not yet done that. That is why I'm waiting for that to break. If that gives a solid breakout, then it will be very, very helpful for our trade. Those who entered, the second trade, I told if you want, you can enter here, right? Placing stop loss below this. You see market reverse from buying pressure zone. So what you can do, if you are a safe trader, book your profit here or bring off your stop loss to cost. Don't worry too much. Get it here so that this becomes a risk-free trade. Additional movement we can capture if market goes as per the sentiment. I'm safe trader, sir. I want to capture this profit. What I want to hold means nothing can be done. Book the profit here and close, or else wait for this. This Dow Nasdaq, what it is? Now my understanding is market has come to this level, corrected. Now it did not correct from here. It gave a breakout. So that means considering this previous level as resistance, if people are entering, looking at this as M pattern, okay, there is a chance if red candle doesn't form, strong red candle doesn't form, US market is still holding on, liquidity on top will be created to hunt that liquidity, one more upside move is possible. So with that logic only, I'm holding on to this setup. From the low, what is happening? Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now one higher high. If it forms, by that time we can get off the stop loss to the target one zone. From there, whatever we get is kind of bonus, we can say. Why this? Market is boring, traders, really. So much volatility I see in the US market. What is the fees coverage, Nifty, stock option? Sir, you just go to the video link and you see, you will get this one. Well, let me see if I have the link with me. You consider yourself as safe trader, you can book profit here again at target one. Okay, I'll just leave it as it is. I'll just see once Nasdaq now it is holding on. When this breakout will happen, not sure, traders. You send out a WhatsApp message to my phone number, sir. Okay, the number what you're seeing on the screen, 9632. This number, what you see on the screen, send a WhatsApp message to that. We will download the app. Again, correction. Pressure is strong here. So in case it comes in, this $3 risk we will give and we will close. Okay. As of now, it is in a range, upper range. It's kind of forming a rising wedge here. Wedge. US market, if it is boring, crypto also becomes boring. Nothing can be done. Just open Nasdaq and S&P 500 chart and see. Phone number, it is displaying on the screen, right, sir? Below this live stream, you can see the link. Will you please come weekend live? See, I prefer to come live during the weekend also, but Monday to Friday, other business I have to take care. I have to take care of my trades, everything. Saturday, Sunday is the only time. So in that you are asking 1 hour. Okay. Amarnath. We will see Amarnath this weekend if we are able to do that. We will try. Anyways, you follow our free Telegram group. Okay, in that, as soon as I come live, I will share the link so you guys can join. At least 1 hour or so before coming live only, I will inform if I'm coming live on weekend. Traders, just confirm who's watching the live stream on portrait or landscape mode. Are you having any network issue? Is there any buffer or anything as such for you guys? Let me know, because here it is saying network issue. If it is smooth for you guys, let me know. This trade and nothing much to speak about. This is the buying zone. From here, I had asked fresh entry who wants to take, they can take. Who wants to book here, they can book. Now, this level we have got it to cost. Stop loss was here, we have got it here. So expectation is it will reach this target. So either we wait, hold on, and see how market. Either it takes $3 or give me $80. It is a very good risk reward. So why simply exit and lose that possible opportunity? Mhm. Okay, Nasdaq finally it has given a breakout. S&P 500 breakout retest again, holding on. Dow Jones also not able to break the high. When Nasdaq is breaking, rest of the things are just holding on. Very good. Phone number you can see on the screen, right, sir? That is the number you have to reach out to. WhatsApp number. I followed, so thank you. Okay, Amarnath. Now in the comment section, let me know how is the market. Don't you feel bored? I'm definitely feeling bored. How long? Either at least stop loss if it takes, or give the target, at least I can close. In between, what to do? Almost coming near stop loss. So if it hits the stop loss, we will take. As of now, no exit, nothing. Just leave the setup as it is. S&P 500 breakout failure. Nasdaq is kind of still holding on to the upper level. Dow Jones continuous pressure. S&P 500 and Dow Jones is kind of being a bit negative. So market is also kind of reacting to that, but Nasdaq is kind of holding on. So if in S&P 500, Dow Jones, if this is just a pullback and things like that, then okay. Or else below this buying pressure zone, we will exit. Almost at cost to cost. I felt good, sir, and I got $30 in this trade. Okay, good. Happy for you. S&P 500, Nasdaq only is not in sync. What to do? 5 more minutes. I will see traders if market is recovering or if it's hitting the stop loss here. I will close, or else further updates, whatever it is there, I will share in the free Telegram group. Okay. If all the index is bearish, kind of okay, but S&P 500 now only it is slowly becoming bullish. So if it goes to 19,240 230 range, and S&P 500 which is corrected, if it supports and moves up just like Nasdaq, then sentiment of the market can change. Now what I'm thinking of is here simply another 200 quantity I will place. Okay, by position. Stop loss, it's no problem, no change in the stop loss or target zone. $38 I will lose, or I will make $230. So this time I've added some quantity. If stop loss hits, no problem, I will exit. Okay, but here again, if it is moving up from the buying pressure zone, here only I can decide to book the profit or trail to maximum if market moves up. We'll see how it turns out. Not too much of a risk. Previous entry price only, I've got the entry again. Stop loss is here. Stop loss is at 1,04,498. Okay. If all the index is bearish, I would be okay. S&P Nasdaq now only it is picking up. S&P 500 it is kind of showing some pullback. So if this is a false breakdown in Nasdaq, then one more recovery I can see. So double top can be seen. Yes. Double top is there. We have double bottom also here. Whatever it is, sir, risk here is very less. And risk is less, there is potential. Even if the stop loss hits, we have to go ahead with the setup. That is how it works. Because at every looking at every candle, you will get tense saying that okay, will this sustain, will it grow? Nothing like that. Instead of looking at candle, look at the zone. This is the buying pressure zone. Buyers have shown some activation here. They have shown some activation here. So market has, like I said earlier, if market goes below the buying pressure zone, too much correction can happen. So no point in holding bullish trade, placing stop loss here. That's why we got the stop loss at this zone. Now market is at this buying pressure zone. Here if it corrects, I'll book it just $30, or else by the time it reaches this, the initial target what I planned here, the target I will get here itself. So for that, if I have to take the $38, $40 risk, I feel it is okay. So based on my mindset, I'm saying. Dow Jones days low breakdown. Nasdaq. Nasdaq is the only one which is holding positive. Hopefully S&P 500. What is this one? We'll see how this goes. Now, if you see for this particular trade here, risk is what, $38 or something like that. Reward is $230. That is if market reaches this ultimate target, what I've decided. So the plan is, let's say market gives a breakout here, immediately the stop loss what I've placed here, I'll get it here. So from there, whatever I get, this target what I was supposed to get, I will get it here only, means rest everything what I get here is bonus. Or else here, what if market hits the stop loss? It is close to $37, $38. If you remember last time, we entered 200 quantity. In that I booked some. In that $35 was the profit. That profit I'll give here. So net to net for me, things will be kind of zero itself. No profit, no gain. But if it goes, it will be profitable. That's it. So in today's case, if risk reward is everything equally balanced, then nothing else to worry about. I hope you have got clarity why I added little more positions here, because this is the buying pressure zone. Okay, and risk is also very small. So here Nasdaq though again breakout kind of feeling. Risk here is how much? 120 points, 130 points and all is very minimal risk. If people are getting scared to enter, that also nothing can be done. If you have worry, you reduce the lot size. That's all. And I personally understand, okay, each person's risk taking capacity. If they lose $20, $30 also, people will feel bad. Like that, I understand. But reduce the lot size and trade, no, at least. Get it to 10 lots, get it to one lot. You can do that so that at least you stay in the game. Double top, double bottom. Nasdaq holding on. S&P 500 breakdown if it converts to failure. When I added more position, how many people entered along with me? To that week if it comes also. Dow Jones. Breakdown, retest. From here S&P 500 has to consider this as false breakdown and move up. Dow Jones holding on to the upper level, it has to continue. Lot of if and buts are there in this current market condition. Since the risk is small, we can consider that and hold on. Anytime market comes to this zone again, breaks the buying pressure zone, quickly we will decide our exit. Okay. It's not more than 1% down also for it to say that, it will continuously move towards the downside. At some point of time, if it comes to yesterday closing level also, it's kind of okay for us. Means okay, S&P 500 breakdown converted to false. Now Nasdaq has to show some pressure. If Nasdaq shows little more pressure, just I'm expecting 35-40 points in Nasdaq. If that upside move, if it gives, that's, but it is the market has to sustain above this. Okay, that is kind of it is sustained above that. So now that market, now what I would suggest people is to get your stop loss at this candle, because this candle still 1 minute is there. It's not yet given closing. This is the make or break level. So if it holds on to this range and continues, that's a good thing for us, right? So in that terms, you can consider I will reduce my stop loss. Now, whatever happens in this trade, how much? $7 is the risk. Reward is $230. Okay. I'm saying who entered here, you consider yourself as safe, you get it here. Okay, this trend line is there. This is market has corrected. This is the pullback zone. Again, if it corrects, last time I had informed, right? Here it might correct. Who wants to exit, exit. Same logic I'm saying here. Here it might correct. I'm not saying 100% it will correct. It might correct. So you want to book means you book. I have got my stop loss to cost and I'm just going to leave it as it is. So here you can see my stop loss is nothing. Where is it? See here, what is the stop loss? $7. Profit is $230. Okay, it's holding on above the break level. Not yet confirmed. It has to show continuation. 3 more minutes is there. So market is staying above the make or break level, right? Now what you do, get your stop loss to the upper zone, this candle low. So in that case, what happened? Whatever happens in this trade, we will make $38 or $260. Dow Jones is correction, pullback correction. So also little tricky zone itself. What we will do is we'll take our stop loss and put it above this candle. Okay. Market is staying above make or break level. We'll take our stop loss to make or break level. From here, no need to trail. So in this case, what will happen? We'll make around $64 or $230. Why I have kept my stop loss right now here is because this zone, right? This area correction here, the seller has not yet given up who entered here. Last time also he entered here. Again he entered here. So in case he enters before reaching this level, then again we will go to the same old story in the sideways market. Rather than that, when I get the stop loss here, if the seller re-enter also, I'll be kind of okay, profitable, I will close. Or if the seller is giving up, market is sustaining above the zone, above this whoever entered, they will stop exiting. They'll start exiting. So that time at that breakout, I can again trail the stop loss to this level. Okay. So that is the logic. Whoever was watching the live stream in portrait mode, right? Come to landscape. That is where you can see my entry, exit, all those things. Or else only half the details you can see. Safe trader, you exit here. Like I said, the seller is kind of trying to hold. You want to exit means you exit. My stop loss is only here. So I'm just leaving it as it is. S&P 500 is holding on Nasdaq is kind of pull back and holding on. Hopefully. Whatever happens, net to net around 8,000 rupees we will make today. It's kind of less only. I was expecting around 16 to 20,000 rupees. But problem was we just got stuck into this first trade. This additional 500 points move, when it will come. That's why I've got the stop loss here. Nothing promising, traders. We're just playing near the target one buying pressure zone and make or break levels. Here only we are just with this data, whatever information we're getting within this data only we are planning our entry and things like that. Yesterday I heard market was very trending and things like that. Where full current issue, power supply, no proper power supply, then where to trade? This one candle, it has opened a bit lower. Okay, market is at make or break level very close by. So I think now it is time for us to close the position. Okay, the system only closed. Anyways, we had kept the stop loss here. Market has hit that stop loss. Why we kept the stop loss here? Because the seller can re-enter. If he re-enters again, he'll push the market towards the downside. So we got the stop loss here. So stop loss got hit. So again, one more entry and things like that is not required is what I feel. But this is the seller pressure zone. Only next time when market breaks this zone, we have to look for. If market breaks off this zone next time, these levels and all easily market will hunt. Okay, until it goes above the selling pressure re-entry where they entered, no need to take any fresh bullish trade. Okay, so that's about it. This existing trade position around $37-$60, around $100 profit kind of we have made. That's okay. As of now, think about bearish as long as market goes above this zone. All right, the live stream has gone for more than close to 2 hours. Thank you everyone for participating. Small movement we have captured because market sentiment also is like this. Target 1-2 times I had discussed about that setup. Here again I entered with more quantity. So the additional movement, additional $40-$50 I should have got, but market is near the seller's pressure zone. So anyways, we'll be done for the day. We'll see later. We'll meet tomorrow 7 o'clock. Okay, thank you everyone for participating in the live stream. Have a good day. Bye bye.